Now, the phone camera is getting better and better. It makes you wonder how did it start? And what you may not know is that the phone camera actually came from an idea that was used to send phone cameras up into space. Now, in space, they didn't really use a phone camera. They used an idea that eventually came into a phone camera, if that makes any sense. Now, this is a really interesting topic because I have a phone with me. I'm using it to record this video. And I have a phone with me all the time. And it's something that I use every day, whether it's to post a picture on Instagram, which I regularly do, to send somebody a Snapchat, which I also rarely do, or just to take a nice picture that I want to look at. So it's just crazy to think that the thing that I use and have on me all the time was originally made for space. Ooh. Now, this idea for a camera that you can carry in your pocket, like inside of your phone, is a great idea, yes, but it comes with its advantages and its disadvantages. Some of the advantages are that it costs way less to buy a phone. Like this phone, it would probably cost something like $250. It would cost way less to buy it, other than DSLR, which some of those cost a lot of freaking money. Except for now, because the iPhone X costs like $1 billion. The portability, the size of this, you carrying around a massive camera, like who wants to do that, man? When you can just carry one of these, you can freaking take a picture. You don't have to freaking take out an entire DSLR camera. And more people own a phone with a camera on it than people own a DSLR camera. Want to take photography seriously, get a good camera. But this is just something nice to have. Now, the disadvantages of it, a DSLR camera is obviously better at taking pictures because a phone, its main design is not to take pictures. Its main design is to call people and text people and play games on it and whatever, download apps, watch YouTube. Phones do a lot of things, but they weren't meant to take pictures. But now with phones, cameras like the Google Pixel 2 and the iPhone X, their cameras are getting so good that DSLR cameras kind of have some competition, except DSLR cameras are still way better. Now, when I say that the phone camera, they didn't actually send a phone camera up to space, that's what I mean. What I mean was, the phone camera was originally used as a normal camera, but with just in a smaller form. It was used to take images of space. But back in the 1980s, what they used was called a CCD. Now, a CCD is a circuit inside of a DSLR camera, which is a massive camera. And in space, you need all the space as you can get. You need to carry as much stuff, so you don't want to have a massive camera taking up all your space. So what happened was a guy by the name of Eric Fossum created a circuit called the CMOS APS to take pictures, take pretty good pictures in a smaller platform, like in a smaller size, as you could say, so they don't have to carry a massive DSLR camera up to space. Now, the spin-off that was created from this CMOS APS was the cell phone camera. A phone camera is just used if you see someone you like, you're like, oh, I got my phone on. Whip it out, you take a picture, and now you have a picture on your phone. When you want to send it to your mom or your dad or one of your friends or your sister, I don't know, send it to someone you never met, because you can do that on a phone. Now, with all the stuff that I'm talking about the space camera, it makes us ask questions. It makes us ask questions because we're curious, So, the question that I had was, I had two main ones. The two questions that I asked was, since this idea was designed to put a small camera into space, why did they bring it down to Earth? My other one was, did they change something in the design so that it so that it would work better on Earth. Now, the only reason I'm asking this, it's not really, is it meaningful? No, not really. I'm just really curious, because I've seen my phone camera, all right? I have iPhone 5S. It's garbage at taking pictures, okay? Because they created it to take pictures of planets. I don't see no planets here. You can't look at a planet good enough on Earth to be able to take a good picture with a crappy iPhone 5S camera. So if they wanted it to take pictures of planets, why would they do it? And what did they do to alter it so that it wouldn't take a picture of a planet? Or if it did take a picture of a planet, maybe it's exactly the same. What I figured out was they brought it down to Earth because word got out. Okay, word spread like wildfire. And they saw that there was a huge demand. Like, everybody wanted this thing. Everybody wanted permission to test it. Everyone wanted to try it out, you know. Everyone wanted this tiny camera so that you could keep it with you. So that's why they brought it down. They brought it back down to Earth because they knew they'd make a boatload of money off of it, and they did. They sold over 2 billion from when they started converting it into cell phones in 2000 to 2008. They sold over 2 billion of these things. But did they keep everything the same? Yes. Yes, they did. Nothing changed about the circuit that they used, because it was meant to take pictures. Since the demand was so high, they wanted to keep it exactly as it was so that nobody got upset with them. The only difference that was made was, instead of keeping it in a tiny camera, they put it in a cell phone. So that's all you need to know about the cell phone camera and its origins in space. If you're wondering why the quality changed, it's because it's a different day. This is a different phone. I'm sorry. Miss Weston, if you feel that this is good enough to show to the class, you can show it to the class. If you think it sucks, don't show it to the class. That's it. I hope you enjoyed. Also, I apologize for the video being so long. I'm sorry.